19. We there? Amen. This is going to be a snack for y'all this morning. I'm running low on time. Luke 17, beginning at verse 11 through 19. I'm going to read verses 11 through 15. You pick up, you pick up with me at verse 15. I'm going to read 11 through 14. Verse 11 says, "And it came to pass, as he went to Jerusalem, that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. And as he entered into a certain village, there met him 10 men that were lepers, which stood afar off. And they lifted up their voices and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. And when he saw them, he said unto them, Go show yourselves unto the priest. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed. Read with me. And one of them, and Jesus answering said, Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? There are not found that return to give glory to God, save this stranger. And he said unto him, Arise, go thy way, thy faith has made thee whole. 10 of them got cleansed. But verse 15 says, and one of them, when he saw it was healed, he turned back and with a loud voice glorified God. Look at your neighbor and say, Neighbor, I am the one. Look at that other neighbor and say, Neighbor, I'm that one. That's me. I'm the one. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. I'm that one. If you're taking notes, I want you to write right under that. I want you to write down your manifestation is in your movement. Your manifestation is in your movement. In biblical times, there were many different types of ailments that the people had to deal with. Lameness, blindness, all kinds of palsy and different types of diseases that the people were forced to deal with. There wasn't a lot of medical attention or information in those days, so they didn't know where these things were coming from. They were just there. Sometimes stuff happened to you, and you have no point of origin. You don't know where it comes from. And they had to deal with these things. And Luke here is a doctor by trade, and he records this situation where Jesus is confronted by these 10 men who had a condition. They had a condition that was not a strange condition. It was something that was so common that way back in the Old Testament, Leviticus records where if one had leprosy, that he too was to be put outside of the city. His house had to be quarantined. Before he could come back in the house, even if he was deemed clean, his house walls had to be scrubbed down and had to be a whole treatment system in place before they could be reintroduced back into society. This leprosy is a chronic disease. It is a disease that deals with flesh issues. It is a contagious disease. It is one that affects the skin, the mucous membranes, the nerves. It causes discoloration and lumps in the skin, and in severe cases, disfigurement and deformities, and often requires amputation of the infected limbs. Leprosy wasn't nothing to fool with. If you had leprosy, you were in a bad condition. Are you hearing what I'm saying? These men, the scripture records that they were 10 lepers. Somebody say lepers. Now, I'm going to take you a little bit deeper, because this leper is what they were called, but leprosy was the condition that they had. And I want you to get this, because I believe that it touches many of us today in both of those places, because you can be called something that you don't have, and you can have something and not be called it. Because I came to talk to two people today. I came to talk to those people who have a mild to severe case of contemporary leprosy. And I came to talk to the leper himself, because a leper by definition is someone who is disliked and avoided by other people. He is a person who is rejected for moral or social reasons. A leper is one who is an outcast by those who you thought understood your condition. I want to talk to us this morning because there is a group of people who have a condition of the flesh that causes them to scratch every itch. And there are some things, my brothers and sisters, that we have not prayed to God yet to rid from our bodies. Instead, we choose to scratch the itch. Now, I'm going to have to find some real people in here this morning, because many of us are scratching itches that we don't even realize the condition that we have. I call it contemporary leprosy. No, it is not nodules on your skin. No, it is not blisters. No, it is not the discoloration and the disfigurement of your outside. I'm talking about a deeper leprosy. I'm talking about a flesh condition that causes you to scratch itches. Oh, are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Well, Pastor, what are you talking about? If you're not talking about itches on the outside, no, I'm talking about itches on the inside. Itches down on your inside, because my brothers and sisters, God is not necessarily concerned about your outside skin condition, but he's more so concerned about the itches on the inside that you never tell anybody about, but you scratch them on a daily basis. Oh, do I have any real people in this house? Oh, we scratch itches when we tell people off. Oh, we scratch itches when we spend money that we don't have. Oh, we scratch itches when we continue to entertain stuff that we know is not good for us. Oh, we scratch itches when we move from job to job and house to house. Oh, we scratch itches when we entertain the presence of people who we know going to bring us to a detriment. Oh, we scratch itches that you don't tell anybody about, itches that you pray about secretly but you don't show it openly, itches that you sleep, it keeps you up at night and you can't sleep like you need to, itches itches that you cry yourself to sleep, and you wonder why your pillow is wet with tears in the morning. Itches. Touch your neighbor and say, are you itching today?